Good morning and a very warm welcome to That Manager's Team podcast, a bite-sized podcast where we look at specific managers and their iterations of teams throughout history. In 2011, Atletico Bilbao, a club with rich history but a prolonged trophy drought in La Liga, made a pivotal move by appointing Argentinian coach Marcelo Bielsa. Known affectionately as El Loco for his unwavering footballing philosophies, he was appointed amidst a lot of intrigue and curiosity. As we know, Atletico Bilbao are intertwined with a footballing philosophy that focuses on only recruiting Basque players. This sets them apart from most of the footballing world. However, they hadn't managed to claim a title since 1984. With the memories of these past glories growing stronger in the minds of Bilbao fans, it was time for a renaissance, not just in glory and success, but also in footballing terms, to align with modern tactics and football. Under Bielsa's control, Atletico Bilbao went through a massive transformation. His tactical approach was marked by three main elements. Firstly, it was relentless pressing. Secondly, it was constant off-ball movement. And thirdly, it was swiftly moving the ball and circulating. His recruitment of players embodied that. He looked for players with a lot of stamina, tactically astute, and also they needed to have an unwavering commitment to the success of just the footballing team, not themselves. Some of the torchbearers of this success are players like Ander Herrera and Fernando Llorente. 2011 and 2012 was definitely their best year, and under Bielsa's management, they managed to make it to the final of the Europa League, beating teams like Manchester United and Schalke on the way there. And while their hearts may have been broken in the final, the hearts of footballing fans across the world were captured in the process. And they also lost the Copa del Rey final. And while this may seem like a failure, the foundations were set. Bielsa had built something at Atletico Bilbao. A key moment in Bielsa's reign at Bilbao was a match against Manchester United in the Europa League in 2011-2012. This match was a footballing spectacle, and it showcased Bielsa's tactics of relentless pressing and high-intensity games. So let's have a look at how this game played out. Marcelo Bielsa's Atletico Bilbao lined up in a 4-2-3-1. They focused on extremely hard pressing and swarming United players whenever they had possession. There was also an extreme emphasis on fluid tactical and positional play. Their main focus was to win the ball back up high and then transition with exceptional pace and speed. And two of the main orchestrators of this was De Marcos and Ander Herrera. Bielsa's footballing philosophy was very evident, and they played with such verticality in trying to get behind United's defensive line. Bielsa also encouraged his wingers to come inside. Susaeta and Munayin would play in much more central areas than conventional wingers and would overload the midfield to dictate the tempo and control the game. Then the fullbacks would push up on either side and provide width for the advancing Bilbao team. Bilbao focused on pressing United high and having a very high defensive line to compress the space that United had to play out from. They also played an exceptional offside trap and caught plenty of United players in offside positions. Manchester United struggled to build coherent attacks and were mainly limited to trying to win the ball back and gain turnovers to get their attacks going, but it never really worked out for them very well. In the midfield, they played a double pivot of Xavi Martinez and Iturraspe. They would be crucial in the game, providing space for the attacking players to go attack and winning duels and setting off attacks and also cutting passing lanes. Their ability to retain possession and distribute the ball was a major reason why Bilbao were able to control the game with such conviction and responsibility. Bilbao's fantastic win over these English giants came down to midfield dominance, relentless pressing, and a dynamic formation. Following Bielsa's departure, the club went through a challenging period of trying to maintain what Bielsa had built. While competitiveness was sustained, the managerial changes over the last few years have not really hit the same heights as that Bielsa has in the past, and they are trying to maintain a certain level of footballing philosophy at the club, and that's evident, but they are still struggling to replicate anything Bielsa had managed to build. Bielsa is a testament to football culture. He understands, just as many fans do, that winning is important, but how you win is just as important, if not more. But it's important to note that Bielsa really relit a fire at Bilbao. Any player or fan who supports or plays for that club has a connection that most fans in world football really can't replicate. He went on to manage Leeds with incredible success there, getting promoted to the Premier League and also creating a connection with the fans, and now he's at Uruguay, where he has also started off extremely well. And that marks the end of our episode today. I hope you enjoyed, and if you'd like to check out another podcast, make sure to check out the page on YouTube and also the page on Spotify. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you guys next week.